Let's talk movies today. Welcome right back to the Harry Something channel. And in case you are a new subscriber, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share this video. See, honestly, I don't know how I want to talk this thing, but this is the very first time in a long time that see, if you've seen this movie, you agree with me that this is the first time in a very long time that you watch a movie and the movie actually makes sense. Like, it makes sense to the extent that you don't want the film to finish. That is what this To Kill a Monkey is. But first of all, let me send a huge shout out to Kemi Adetiba, the director, the writer, the executive producer of this movie. Man, this woman is, I know everybody is saying this thing, but I will still say it because this woman is whoever she says. Whosoever she says she is, that is who she is. This woman has it in her. Now, she's the woman who gave us this film, The Wedding Party, the part one. Then she gave us King of Boys. Then she gave us King of Boys, Return of the King. And now we have To Kill a Monkey. And just so you know, we are hearing that King of Boys Part 3 is coming out. So as we dey shake body for this one, let's brace up for what this woman is bringing to us, because this woman is always bringing fire. And I also want to thank her for one thing. Kemi Adetiba is this producer who has made me to have hope in Hollywood again, that producers are not only after the numbers, after the fame, after the hype, but they still have that interest to showcase art. They still have that interest to bring the artistic form of movie making for viewers to see. Because most time, let me not even digress. Now, first of all, this is not an attack on any other producer. This is not an attack on actors who are popular that are being used over and over again. No, this is just me saying thank you to Kemi Adetiba. Look at the cast, the line of the cast. Major character Efemini Edewor was played by Benson. Before this movie, I don't know who this guy is, honestly speaking. It's not that after the movie trended that I'm hearing he was in House of Ga, he was in Ajoshe, he was in A Green Fever, he was in a lot of other movies. But I don't know this guy from anywhere. I even went to Instagram to search for his profile. As at the time I searched his profile, this guy was having less than 10,000 followers. If it were to be some producers, they won't cast this guy because he's not popular. But Kemi Adetiba is someone who is looking for who will body the role, who will become the role, and who will interpret the role the way it is. I was scrolling through TikTok recently and I saw a post from, I think that was 2022 or 2023. You can see it on your screen, where Kemi was saying she's still looking for an actor who can body the character of Efemini Edewor. And honestly, people were in the comment section saying, pick me, I'm the person. But now I understand why Kemi Adetiba was still looking for who will body that character. Because the way Efemini Edewor carried this character, it was as if as in, that thing where Lasisi, they say poverty sat me down on a Saturday morning and said, I'm going to kill you. Lasisi, they learn. Because Efemini, the irony of the whole thing is this guy's name is Efemini. It's an honorable name, but in the name there is wet in the name, but in life nothing like wet dey in life. Omo, irony of life. They name you wet, but poverty and you na no be say una be neighbor sef. You and poverty na the same. That is by the way. Then, if you look at the other guys, Bucci Franklin has been in the industry for a long time. He has been putting his effort in every role, but people never dey notice this guy. But his role as Oboz in To Kill a Monkey, everybody don dey torchlight the guy. Everybody don dey know say this guy na somebody when we need to dey watch. This guy na, and honestly, before I even go ahead, take me as I am in this review, because this whole video is making me excited that I may fast forward myself, bring back myself as some instant. Let me say this thing. This one is directed to AMVCA. If This To Kill a Monkey and these actors do not bag several. I'm not talking of nomination. No, if they don't bag awards, the wahala go plenty. As they will say, dead body go surplus. It's just a joke. Oh. I'm just trying to make you understand the weight. This is already July, and maybe probably they will release another movie that will supersede this one. But currently speaking, this movie needs to bag award back to back. Now, I'm not the kind of person who is easily driven to see movies. I love movies, yes, but before you go carry me to say make I dey watch movies, e go hard. As a matter of fact, I still have a there are a lot of films that have trended this year that I have not seen because of it's not laziness, I don't know, but Kemi Adetiba took 6 hours of my time and it was worth it. This movie is everything that and see, I wanted to say this movie is everything that it is hyped to be. But then I feel this movie is not getting enough hype, one. And I feel Kemi Adetiba is not getting enough hype as well. Because with what she delivered, the masterclass, and with the kind of direction, if you see the movie, every scene, every location, every everything was on point. So I feel she's not getting enough hype, and this movie is not getting enough hype. So this is me doing my little hype of the movie so that you go and see it. Now let's talk about the movie proper. Now aside Bucci Franklin and William Benson I've talked about, one other person I want to talk about is Lilian Afegbai. Now I'm not a I will I say I'm not a Nollywood kind of person, but I'm not I don't really follow these people like that. But because of this movie, I was like, who is this person? Lilian Afegba, the one who acted Idia, Oboz's wife. See, I, I cut cap for you. You finish work. He say, my husband. See, the way she carried the Benin pigeon, it was so real. This one is not. See, this whole movie was beyond acting. Everybody in this movie, whether a major role, whether a minor role, everybody embodied the character. They lived the character. The movie also had other fantastic actors like Stella Damasus, who acted as Nosa, Efemini wife. We have Bimbo Akintola, who acted as Inspector Mo. We have Michael Edger, who acted as Inspector Onome. This guy is somebody that I forgive Edger, but you see, Inspector Onome, he is this person who, when I saw his character, when his character was introduced into the film alongside Inspector Mo, I was like, finally, there is now someone who can help Inspector Mo. There is now someone who is like an angel sent, not knowing this one is the real devil. In my language, we say, oh, meaning rats when they help you, now you go they blow you. And that was what Inspector Onome was all about. Inspector Onome was this green snake under green grass. Like you feel he's the one who is helping issues, but he's the one complicating issues. When the character was revealed at the end, I was like, what is this? Now I forgive you, Shao Onome. Aside what is his name? Aside is Michael Ejo, we still have Ireti Doyle, who acted as Superintendent Babalola, Sunshine Roseman, who acted as Sparkle. This is the she's the queen of seduction. The act of seduction finished for her body and for her act. And if I was Ife or Oboz, I know I see why they were tempted. I would have been tempted as well. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Then we still have Teniola Aladeshi. God will judge you, Evie. It's not you, Teniola, but you see Evie. God will judge you. Of all men to sleep with, it was your father brotherly. Now who you see be that? And because of that one, you say you are no longer my father. God will punish you. No, you see, it's not in small measure, in big measure, God will punish you. But then Every actor, like I said, whether major role, whether minor role, all did fantastic and all did and carried their role to the core. One thing I love about this movie, aside the costume, aside the location, aside how each character was built up, how the story was told, is the music composition. Man, see, every scene and every kind of music that was used was intentional. I know I've made a video some time ago where I talked about Nollywood trying to bring in original music composition instead of all these soundtrack, yeme, yeme, and all those stuff. Original soundtrack composition. And to this very end, I want to say a very big shout out to Uncle Oscar Herman. He's the one who was in charge of the song composition with Soul Tracker Music. Now, this thing is sweeting me because of past incidents I know of. In January 2024, they released a trailer for Finding Messiah. This song, now inside fire, they put us. It was the work of Oscar Herman and Uncle Oscar. I'm using this opportunity to beg you too. When are we getting Finding Messiah? We don't rush finish To Kill a Monkey, so we need something else. Please give us something. Give us a date. Now, Uncle Oscar was the one who was in charge of the music composition. And I saw a name that piqued my interest, Jacob Hunter. Shout out to you as well. He's an amazing singer, amazing songwriter, amazing vocalist. He was in charge, he was a part of the music composition and delivery as well. And every song carries a weight that interpreted the scene. You know, when you listen to some songs while watching a movie, you won't be able to connect why this song is being used to this particular scene. But it is not this movie. To Kill a Monkey, every sound, every music, every track was in tune with every scene, was in tune with every message, and it just made the whole movie make more sense. Now, let me talk about some few lessons learned. Now, one thing is this: there are some movies you watch and it was entertaining, it was fine, yes, but you can't really pick out a lesson you learned from it. But this particular movie, there are a lot of lessons embedded in it, and I'll be sharing some of them. If there's anyone you learned and I did not talk about it, you can also share with me in the comment section because I want to learn more. Now, I'll be picking out some and I'll be sharing them with you. The first lesson is this: don't let your hunger, your belly, blind you from using your head. Look at when Oboz offer Efe, I'll put you on salary. If he was hungry, he was eating, salary would be enough. But he didn't jump on the salary. Rather, he negotiated. Let's be partners, 70-30, 60-40. At the end of the day, he landed himself a good gig. Now, the thing is this: the whole story is not something that should be applauded. And like the movie actually went, we see that fraud, crime, not be something when they pay. And at the end of the day, consequences dey for am, and you will bear the consequences when the time comes. But even though it was about fraud and everything, these lessons, you can't ignore them. They are vital in your everyday life. If you want to do business now, no allow your belle cover your mind from reasoning. Now, another lesson I will share with you is this: if you dey enter business with anybody, make sure the person is not an arrogant and ignorant, a, let me not use the word stupid, but someone who is unwilling to learn and grow. Because now one of the major problem when Efe and Oboz get with that, Oboz was unwilling to learn. He was arrogant. He was so full of himself. I know Tisha does not deserve the right. O take am when one come collect from where new taker dey take. O take am when one be by force collector. It doesn't work like that. But even as at then, there are ways to make this thing right. Like wetin Efebi dey suggest. Let's negotiate with this man to avoid all this kiki, to avoid all this wahala. But at the time he recognized that, okay, let's go and negotiate, it was already too late. And everything don already scatter by then. So if you are entering into business, entering into partnership, even into marriage, even into relationship, make sure say the person head correct when go fit lis ten if you wan talk to am. Then something else I learned from this movie is this: when Miss Sparkles was talking with Efe, he say, at least take care of yourself first. Because most times we take people problem so much that we forget ourselves. Even me, I'm guilty of it. You go to take people problem, take their problem, so say you go forget yourself, and at the end of the day, when everything scatter, those people will tell you, what have you done to me? Look at what if your wife did. Of everything, of all the sacrifice, he still turn e back on am. And at the end of the day, this same woman who say yahoo money bad still came to negotiate for the offshore accounts that were not found, still serve this guy divorce letter. So sometimes try to take care of yourself. No be everybody you not be Jesus, you not go fit solve everybody problem. Try to take care of yourself. Then another important lesson I learned from this movie is, anywhere you dey, try dey give value no matter how small. But if you see person wey come challenge you, increase your own value too. Look at the relationship between Oboz and Ozigi. Ozigi was Oboz right hand man. Anywhere when they go, na a right hand man. But immediately, I know he regarded Efe as a senior man, someone who saved him, and based on age and everything. But look at when Efe proposed this business idea that will be bringing in enough money, and at the end of the day, see the way they sideline Ozigi. And I believe if Ozigi was bringing in idea that was fetching Obo's money, therefore they feel they measure shoulder to shoulder. Therefore, feel they measure blockers. Sorry, I learned it from the movie. Don't blame me. Therefore, feel they measure shoulder to shoulder. So anywhere you find yourself, make sure you are giving value. And aside lessons learned, Kemi Adetiba has a way of passing some strong signals. Now, this movie is being currently streamed on Netflix in Nigeria and in the UK, and I believe with time it will be a global stuff. Now, in the international community, Nigerians has been seen as fraudster. By the main measure of Nigerians, they will say you be fraudster. Here of Nigeria police, they will say they be corrupt officers. Here of Nigerian army, corrupt, this, that. But in the movie, Kemi Adetiba tried to do a redefining of who Nigerians are, of who the security forces of Nigeria are. Because when Inspector Mobi they follow Efemini talk for that lounge or for that rooftop bar, she said something to Efe. He said, it is because of people like you that Nigerians are seen as scammers. Now, it's just a simple sentence, but that thing now carries a lot of weight. Telling international communities and everyone who cares to listen that while there may be scammers inside Nigeria, it doesn't mean that the entire population of the country are scammers. The thing is even affecting people like me because as a freelancer, there are jobs that I've gotten outside Nigeria, but once they ask for your location and you say Nigeria, the next thing you see, they block you, or before you see, the discussion is off the table. Then Kemi Adetiba will also try to redefine how the security forces, the Nigeria police, the Nigeria army is being seen. Because most times when you just talk about Nigeria police, the next thing that comes to people's mind is corruption. They bring video of Nigeria police begging for 20 naira from foreigners coming to Nigeria and stuff like that. But in this movie, why Inspector Onome was the bad egg, Inspector Mo was the good egg. So she was trying to also put out in the light that why there are bad and corrupt officers of the law, there are also good ones that are still trying to uphold integrity in the force. Now, Kemi Adetiba is a very awesome person, and I'm going to say this here. If you look closely, she was promoting herself with herself. Now, if you look at the scene where Efemini was being brought to the court, where the pressmen were gathered, and if you pay attention and look at the tag on the microphone of the pressmen, you see that the focused one were KAV, Kemi Adetiba Visuals. She was selling herself with herself. And if there's any scene where a movie was playing on the TV, if you notice closely, you will see that they were watching King of Boys. The ones that I can actually think of right now that I can pick for you to go and check. When the nurses were watching a movie, when a teacher sent somebody to go and kill the daughter while they were in the hospital, nurses were watching a movie. Go and check what movie were they watching? King of Boys. When Efemini went to meet his daughter Idia when he was drunk and everything, went to complain. When he entered into the house, a movie was playing on the TV. Guess which movie was playing? Your guess is as good as mine. King of Boys. Now, when Efemini has blown, he was living the good life in his house. There was a particular frame having an elephant. Now, it's not just any elephant. The elephant was colored in yellowish gold, something like that. And if you look at that elephant frame, it was the same as that particular artwork of Uncle Oscar finding Messiah. And honestly, I'm waiting for that movie, and I hope it comes out soon. This is the end of this video, and I just want to say a big shout out to Auntie Kemi Adetiba, Uncle Oscar, and Remy Adetiba, the younger brother of Kemi Adetiba. These three people are the executive producers who were listed on this movie. And trust me, if na some kind mumu films are for session a family business, but then this family business is sweeting me because the three of them knew what they were doing and they deliver appropriately. So if not like this family business they be, I beg when I turn Hollywood to family business. I don't care how you run it, but it is awesome. If you've seen this movie, let me know what you think about it in the comment section. If you are yet to see this movie is streaming on Netflix. Head on to Netflix, search for To Kill a Monkey, see the video, come back, let's discuss in the comment section. Till the next time, I remain Harry Sampson. Don't forget to like, share, drop a comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We are talking about To Kill a Monkey. Peace out. Bye.